Good morning. In this video, as always, as we used to meet, this video is also a brief analysis of one among the numerous. Can't say it's not minute, it's not minuscule. There are numerous issues. One among the numerous issues discussed in the column Kerala economy. As we used to always tell, economics is a social science because it directly involves in the activities of human being as a social being. It affects her everyday life. It affects, or it shapes, it determines how she or he plans her or his life. It's about planning, it's about expectations, it's about hope. And how pragmatic, how sensible, how intelligent, and how effective it is, this same planning by an elected government or what we can say an appointed body. That is where the prosperity of a society is measured, or prosperity of a society comes up, or rather how it is where we attain this so-called prosperity. Maybe the prosperity has different definitions, but the definition of prosperity in a democracy, in a progressive society, is how egalitarian it is, how equal it is in the way it distributes the dividends, how even it is in the way it is accessible to each and every citizen in the society, in the state, or in the country. So it's about being inclusive, it's about being accommodating. In this video, we will analyze the topic. Some of these topics are discussed in the videos related to the sensible utilization of civil servants, and in another video where we talked about, we discussed the need for an organized food platform, which includes hotels, which includes making of Kerala, development of Kerala as a food surplus society. So those two videos are attached below this video or alongside this video, and the column Kerala economy is also attached along with this video, and the videos giving introduction to the column Kerala economy, which is a column which is in English, but the videos discussing this column in both English and Malayalam, and that also attached in this video. So here we get straight into this discussion of utilization of possibilities. It's about utilization of possibilities, because every possibility is a resource. It's about how you view it, how do you use it, or rather how do you exploit it. It's an exploitation in a positive sense, because we sometimes, or most of the times, it has a negative dimension. But here, it's the exploitation of resources available. We have talked about it in that video related to an online platform for hotels, intervention of government in the food arena, and those two videos discussed this topic. So I'm not going to explain it, or I'm not going into the details of that very same topic here. Straight away, just get into that food arena, because you don't know about this food surplus. You don't have the correct stats. In India, there is food surplus, but there is people dying of hunger, people starved, under nutrition. So we can't go into that. We can't go into that stats. Just about we here are sticking into, or we are sticking on to Kerala. We are just going deep into, not deep, because we can't go deep. Only the experts can go deep. Only they can explore, and only an elected government with commitment to society, with a concern for future, can tap it. But here, we just going to discuss the possibilities available. One such possibility is there's Aalappuzha, Alappi in English. You can call it Alappi because it's so delicious. It's so dynamic. I don't know whether we can use the term endemic, just like we talk about the Amazon forest and the resources or the biodiversity there. We say it is endemic, and some of these delicious things that crops up every time when we talk about Aalappuzha, when every time we search in internet, every time we see the menus of international hotel brands, some at least one or two of these dishes may be, or will be, or will surely be endemic. I repeat, I don't know how suitable, how grammatically correct the word endemic in this sense, but it is certainly, there will be a signature of Aalappuzha. But are you accessing it? Are you able to have your tongue ever came familiar with any of these from your neighborhood? Have you ever tasted it from any of your neighborhood hotels? You would never have. For that, you have to either go to a star hotel, book a suite, or you have to go to Alappi. So that should not trigger confusion. That should not trigger any kind of chaos in your mind, in your thought process. It must just trigger your not your intuitions, but your intelligence. Hyderabadi biryani, Talsheri biryani. You are familiar with it, and you are able to have it in your doorstep by just a mere dance of your fingers through your touch screen mobile. How? Because it has been developed as a brand. We have discussed the development of a brand and how that very brand elevates a society, that from where it sprouts. It can be a Kutambali, it can be a Kanchipuram silk, anything. It's how you brand it, and we have talked about it in the column related to KRSRTC. That video is attached along with this video. So, how come that become familiar in your vicinity, in your locality? Too many hotels coming up, international hotel brands coming up, everything in your doorstep, at your doorstep, without even stepping out of your home, whether clothes, or whether wristwatches, or whether laptops, but not this Alappi dish. So that is where the thought process must go. Thought process of the experts, of the government. How come you can make it accessible? How come you can make it a brand? Not just for the foreigners, but for the Keralites. And when you think about it, when you plan about it, too many things come up. All of these thoughts will trigger a positive union of too many untapped potential possibilities. From packaging of this backwater resource, backwater food heaven. You can call it heaven because too much happiness, too much color, too much. Everything is delicious about it. So it starts from preparation. It's about the cooking of these dishes. It's about the packing of these dishes. It's about making this prepared dishes available in a span of 1 or 2 hours, making it accessible to each and every hotel in Kerala in a span of 1 or 2 hours. We have discussed it in some other video. So when you start thinking about it, too many things come up, from packaging, from transportation, from hotels, and then it's a very different scenario, because too many jobs, too many possibilities, everything is accessible everywhere. And then along with that, there is an elevation of backwaters, there is an elevation of Aalappuzha, more than this Nehru Trophy, more than this coir industry. There is a lot more left to be untapped. The coir industry is almost paralyzed. The green scenario in the backwaters of Aalappuzha, it's also in almost same way. So that too is paralyzed. So all this becomes a thought process. All this going to hit your thought process, and you began to think that there is a lot need to be done. It's about food. It's about a food culture. It's about jobs, not just cooking, not just for the chefs, not just for the transportation, not just for the packing. It elevates your entire thought process to a more holistic, more inclusive space. Like this backwaters, like this repeat, the endemics, many of these endemic to Aalappuzha. There are many other places in Kerala that has this kind of traditional food or beverages. Now, each and everybody will begin to think about an uplift. You get market, you get reviews in social media, you get calls from people, from celebrities, from international brands who wants your dish, your cuisine. And it's a different scenario. It's about jobs, it's about brand, and that is where your thought process must go. It will be a big a dynamic shift. It's a shift beyond parallel, because just have a glance at this Arab Soccer League, American Soccer League, from Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Manchester United. The biggest stars have now shifted to even Saudi Arabia. It's a big shift. It shifts an entire social fabric. It shifts an entire, it's a geographical shift, tectonic shift, whatever we say, because it's a big shift. Saudi Arabia has to change. America has to change. They accommodate more investment coming in. Football is a feeling. It's a universal feeling. And when you see that universal feeling engulfing your locality, it becomes a different thing. Messi in Saudi Arabia, Messi in maybe America doesn't need Messi to brand itself, but America needs Messi to become a superpower in football. So that's about brand. How you make a brand, how you invest, because it's an investment. It also brings up a social change in a society like a conservative society like Saudi Arabia. It's everything is possible, positive. Of course, there's lots of money coming in. The football scenario no longer even. It's about money. People who have money become the boss. Maybe let's don't delve into it. Let's think about how an investment, a purposeful intervention to create a brand, to exhibit something that you have, that makes a big impact. That makes a social change. Kerala is a consumer state with lots of possibilities remaining neglected or hidden. Let's just start from there. unemployed youth, a state spending too much for its food, even for vegetables. There are issues of food poisoning. Just let's just stick into these basic things, how to tackle it. And when such basic issues are being discussed, when such basic issues make your thought process, make your day, you begin to think about possibilities, and this is one such possibilities. It's about exploration of possibilities, and it's about exploitation of possibilities. It's about setting a model where you utilize your potential to become an economy, a society that is independent, self-reliant, and in the near future export surplus economy. Tourists coming up. Kerala's fame as a safe health center, a safe health haven. All these are additional, additional ingredients that can speed up, that can add to the momentum. So it's up to the experts, it's up to it is up to the elected governments to utilize it. Because food sufficiency, food independent food scenario, it makes a big sense, it makes a big difference in the way a state, an economy, a society look at life, make its decisions. Because we have already, in this case of we spend too much for food, too much, and that has to change. Along with spending for food, we create jobs, we create a clean environment, the green thoughts, the green economies, backwaters. Too many issues will be addressed, or at least will be discussed. As we discussed in the beginning, it's about possibilities. Let's go deep into these possibilities. Thank you.